It's KCHW 102.7, just like she said.
Yeah.
All right, 8:03 on your Scott and Gene Morning Show. We're just all excited because we've got live music today in the studios. Returning to the studios almost a year from the first time he was here, we want to welcome back to KCHW Brad Keeler. Good morning, Brad.
Good morning.
All right, Brad, so it was about a year ago you were here playing our birthday concert, correct?
Yes, that was a whole lot of fun, the birthday concert.
So, and that was Jackie Fox and the Hounds. You were one of the Hounds in that group, correct?
Correct, yeah, the four-piece group, Jackie Fox and the Hounds.
Now, did you tell me you guys aren't playing as a group anymore? Is that true?
We absolutely are playing as a four-piece group, but although Jackie and I have been doing a lot of performances in the past year and a half as a duo called Fancy That, and that's spelled Fanceeethat.
All right.
And so we've been, and we hoped to have been here today, but you just got me, so.
Well, we're happy with that. I know you've got you brought it in before, and you brought us another copy of it. You've got a solo album out, correct?
Right.
And that's called Big Rock in the Morning.
Big Rock in the Morning. It's all original, kind of. Most of it's kind of in a bluegrassy vein. There's a couple of swing tunes on there, but it's all original music.
All right. And your new group with Jackie, what kind of music are you playing there when you go out?
Essentially, we're playing the same kind of music, and so it's a mix of anywhere Americana and bluegrass and older country music. And Jackie and I both write, so we do original music as well. And then we're also kind of venturing into some blues and jazz standards as well.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's a little bit of everything, mostly vintage.
All right. And what kind of gigs are you guys going out and playing as Fancy That?
Well, we have done some retirement homes. We did a concert for the Three Rivers Folk Life Society in Tri-Cities in January. And we have some more farmer market gigs coming up. And we also... we're booking right now for the year. In fact, I'm not sure if Jackie's updated our website, which is www.reverbnation.com/fancythat, Fanceeethat. And then, of course, I'm also doing Brad Keeler solo. I have a Brad Keeler trio with Linda Parman and Jim Pittman, and we do a lot of gigs. In fact, we'll be performing in Deer Park, which is just down the road a spell, this summer on June 23rd for the Deer Park Summer Concert Series in our larger version of the Brad Keeler trio called Level 4, which includes drummer Rick Singer and slide guitar player Phil Kleinman. So that's kind of an electric band. And then the Brad Keeler Trio and Jackie Fox and the Hounds, the four-piece group, will be at Deer Park Settlers Day about a month later at the end of July. I think it's July 28th.
So how many different bands are you involved in, Brad?
Yeah.
Well,
I think I lost count.
I love to play music, so I'm always looking for an excuse to get out there and play. So as it is right now, including my solo work, I kind of work in 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of about 5 different situations currently.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of music.
And you can keep all those gigs straight, huh?
Yeah, well, it's a challenge, but
right.
we get it most of the time.
All right, so you're going to play some originals this morning. Tell us about your first song you've picked.
Yes, I have been working on a bunch of new songs late last year and then over the winter, and I've written a lot of songs. I've been performing for 40 years now. I'm in my 40th year as going on stage with a guitar or some kind of stringed instrument and performing, and I've been writing songs the whole time. And they kind of come in. It's kind of like binge songwriting. So I'll write a whole bunch of songs at once, and I did so last fall. And I wrote a song called "Long, Tall, Cool Drink of Water" that I'd be happy to do for you.
All right, here you go, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brad Keeler.
Somehow my life had turned into a desert. withered from love gone bad and the summer sun. And then your voice came out of the ether, and it put my blues on the run. Like a long, tall, cool drink of water, like a new day had begun. Like a long, tall, cool drink of water, when a long, hard day is done. Far across 3,000 miles, tall mountains and desert skies, I still hear your voice a-calling. The miles fade and the time flies. Like a long, tall, cool drink of water, like a new day had begun. Like a long, tall, cool drink of water, when a long, hard day is done. Well, the long, cruel summer is over. Your voice like the cool autumn rain, and the leaves fall from the trees. Your words ease my sorrow and pain. Like a long, tall, cool drink of water, like a new day had begun. Like a long, tall, cool drink of water, when a long, hard day is done. When a long, hard day is done.
All right. Awesome opening, Brad Keeler.
Thank you.
All right. So I was watching you on the webcam, and we should announce, too, in case we've got some new listeners out there that might not be hip, that when we have a live performance, usually you can just see me and Gene, which isn't that exciting, but we have a live performer. You get to see them, and we got Brad up in the camera for you. I'm jealous of your hat and your hair.
Oh,
all right.
I collect hats. I've got like about 20 of these old fedoras, different colors and variations of the fedora.
All right.
I think the first one I got was my grandfather's. I got it when I was about 14 or 15 years old, so that's a while back.
So it started a trend for you since it was your grandfather's. That's like, okay, I'm just going to continue that.
Oh yeah. I've got. Actually, I have some old clothing from my grandfather, who died about 60 years ago.
Oh, sweet! So you have the vintage clothing.
I do. Yeah,
well.
I have. I'm into the vintage thing.
That's and that's all the rage in style now too. People love vintage.
And some of your music, the covers that you do is the vintage thing too, right?
Absolutely. and when I write, for the most part, I'm kind of writing in some sort of a traditional style. I like music that has some kind of connection to the past.
Right. Well, what's the next song you're going to play us?
Next song is Transcontinental Highway Blues, and the National Transportation Safety Board highly recommends against songwriting behind the wheel. But as most songwriters will know, that we often write songs behind the wheel, and this song came about from one of my many trips down to Florida, where I go every couple of years to visit family and friends. I used to live there for a bunch of years. I wrote this song, Transcontinental Highway Blues. It's something about having to leave your sweetheart for a while.
All right. Once again, Brad Keeler.
I'm over here, you're over there. Sometimes this old life just ain't fair. I got the Transcontinental highway blues. Transcontinental highway blues. Seems like I'm always saying goodbye, feeling bad, and that ain't no lie. I got the Transcontinental highway blues. Transcontinental highway blues. Might go by way of Texas, might go by way of Tennessee. Don't matter which way I may go, I'm wishing you were here with me. Well, I could search high and I could search low. It don't matter which way I may go. I got the Transcontinental highway blues. Transcontinental highway blues. I could search the land, could search the sea, never find a love like you are to me. I got the Transcontinental highway blues. Transcontinental highway blues. Might go by way of Texas, might go by way of Tennessee. Don't matter which way I may go, I'm wishing you were here with me. Well, I'm packing my bag once again. I ain't settled down since I don't know when. I got the Transcontinental highway blues. Transcontinental highway blues. Transcontinental highway blues.
Oh, yeah, live music in the studio. Mr. Brad Keeler, thanks for coming in today and venturing. Where'd you have to come from?
Well, I live just kind of on the border of Spokane and Airway Heights.
So quite a little buzz into town. We appreciate you getting up early.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Traffic wasn't so bad going north.
So how long have you been performing in front of people?
Well, the very first time I got on a stage and sang, I was in junior high school with the junior high school chorus, so that was kind of fun. But when it comes to playing the guitar and singing and such, it was 40 years ago this year, 1978, I started performing with guitar and all the other instruments I play, banjo, mandolin, et cetera, et cetera. I play a lot of stringed instruments, so it's been about 40 years.
All right. So now, I wish you would have brought your banjo in today.
Scott loves banjos.
I do. So tell us a little bit about maybe a couple of, 40 years of playing music. Are there a couple shows that you did that stand out as one of the most moving for you or most exciting?
Well, there's some funny things that have happened along the way, and sometimes it involves younger people. So I was playing this is about, I don't know, maybe 25 years ago or so. I was playing a gig in DeLand, Florida, at a coffee house, and I was on a stage, and there was a young lady came up. She may have been about 7 or 8 years old. And she came up and she requested a song by John Lee Hooker, the blues man.
Okay.
So I did it, and then during my intermission break, I went over and spoke to her parents and said hello, and I thought it was interesting that their daughter was interested in John Lee Hooker, the famous blues man. So anyway, skip ahead to about 2006 or so, and her dad tracked me down on the internet up here in Washington State and sent me an email telling me that his daughter now plays guitar in a blues band, and they attribute some of it to me, and in a good way.
Wow, that's really cool.
It was kind of fun.
And you could see the kind of like the after result of that experience for her. So that's cool. All right, what you got for us next, Brad?
Okay, well, this next song is the Front Porch Swing. This is a good summertime song, and I'm looking out the window here at the snow and the ice outside, so this song kind of warms things up a little bit. It's all about sitting on the front porch swing with your sweetheart. Well, the sun is sinking low, and we got nowhere to go. There's no place else that I would rather be. Well, it's that time of the day as the light fades away. Won't you meet me on that front porch swing? Well, when all the chores are done and the night has begun, we'll listen to the crickets' lullaby. Under the last rays of the sun, we'll talk of days to come. Oh, won't you meet me on that front porch swing? And if we're in the mood, in our twilight interlude, we could sing and pick those songs from way back when. Oh, sweetheart, when the day comes to an end, oh, won't you meet me on that front porch swing? We'll see the first star of the night, and everything will be alright. We'll make a wish for more nights like these. The breeze will gently brush your hair as we are sitting there. Oh, won't you meet me on that front porch swing? And if we're in the mood, in our twilight interlude, we could sing and pick those songs from way back when. Oh, sweetheart, when the day comes to an end, won't you meet me on that front porch swing?
All right, the one and only Brad Keeler live in the KCHW studios this morning. A few songs right there from his album, Brad Keeler, Big Rock in the Morning. And I see you've got the Transcontinental Highway Blues in the song you just played there too, Front Porch Swing on that album as well, right?
Yeah, those are pretty standards for me.
And then how would somebody get a copy of this?
Well, it is available at CD Baby, and then it's also you can get them at my gigs. I don't sell anything through any retail outlets, really. So
except for CD Baby? All
right.
All right. So you just search Brad Keeler, Keeler, and then your duet with Jackie Fox, your group, you said is called Fancy That.
Yes.
And you're on Reverb Nation,
right.
And it's Fancy, Fancee. So easy ways, just go to Reverb Nation and search that band, Fancy That, and you will get hooked up with some of their music there as well, right?
Correct.
And the ability to email you, maybe book you for an event, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so I have my own website. It's www.bradkeeler.net.
Okay.
And you can also reach me at bkeeler11 at AOL.com. And I also have a Reverb Nation page of my own for me and my trio, and that's www.reverbnation.com/Brad Keeler.
All right. Now, you said AOL.com, so you're really dating yourself.
That's why I thought, wow.
I'm a senior citizen. So.
Somebody who still has an AOL email.
Well,
wow.
Jungle Jim does too, just to...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're probably about the same age, though. So. Sorry, Brad. All right. So what are you going to wrap up your performance with this morning?
Okay, so I often I play all kinds of music, but there are occasions that I play lots of blues music, and I've written some blues tunes, and so I'm going to wrap it up with one that I call the Leavin' Blues. It's an all around blues song,
Right. And you got some harmonica in there too. I see you're already. That's going to be awesome.
Yes.
All right.
I woke up this morning, just one thing I know. Well, I woke up this morning, just one thing I know. Well, just a thinking about leaving make me want to go. Well, you know, I woke up this morning, had the blues 3 different ways. Well, I woke up this morning, had the blues 3 different ways. 2 said go, and only 1 said stay. When I hear that lonesome, whistle blow. When I hear that lonesome whistle blow. Just a thinking about leaving will make me want to go. I said, now wake up, mama, you know I'm feeling low. Wake up, mama, you know I'm feeling low. You know I'm at your door again, I got nowhere else to go.
Wow, Brad, thank you so much. So I want to pick your brain a little bit before we let you go. And just because you've been playing music for 40 years, and I'm sure Jean will be curious about this too because she plays guitar. What is your favorite kind of guitar? Do you have a brand or anything like that that you recommend to people?
Well, okay, so I've owned, some of the big names like Martin and Gibson and Taylor guitars. So I've owned several Martins. I've owned a bunch of Gibsons, and I love my Gibson guitars, Gibson J45 here. I love my Gibson guitars. They're really fun to keep in tune, but I love them.
So you're saying that's a challenge to keep them in tune? All right. So what about your favorite instrument?
Oh, I guess I'm a guitar player, but I play a lot of stringed instruments and, primarily guitar, but I've been playing mandolin almost as long as the guitar and the banjo almost as long as the guitar. I also dabble in playing piano, keyboard, and violin as well. And I love all of them. I find like learning other types of instruments are beneficial to even your main instrument. If you're a guitar player, it doesn't hurt you to learn some other instruments too.
All right. So next time you come in, will you bring your mandolin and banjo and treat us with that?
We'll see what we can work out.
All right. All right.
I have a feeling, though, that when you do, Scott's going to be like having a hoedown in here. You know?
We love hoedown.
Yeah, I'll bring some bales of straw and maybe even a horse.
You'll wear some boots.
And some boots. I'll put my boots and hat on. All right. Thanks so much for traveling and come seeing us this morning. One more time, Brad, tell us like the simplest way to get in touch with you if somebody wants to book you and one of your multitude of bands that you belong to for a show.
Yeah, okay, so the easiest way to get me is bkeeler11 at AOL.com. I also have a website, www.bradkeeler.net, and a Reverb Nation, www.reverbnation.com/Brad Keeler.
All right. And you can also find your duet with Jackie Fox, Fancy That, FANCEE, on Reverb Nation as well, right?
That's right.
Okay. All right. Once again, big round of applause. Thank you so much for coming in today, Brad Keeler.
Thank you very much.
And just so you know, I think we've got some awesome audio here. You did. I mean, you're a great singer and musician anyways, but the recording today with all the carpet on our walls came out really good. I think you'll be happy with that.
Great.
And we'll turn this into a video, get it posted on YouTube so you can watch it over and over again. Don't forget our YouTube page is KCHW2.